All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 2 a.m. in Sweden. I'm one of your hosts of the show, Hayes at AO Shifty, with the one, the only at Steven_Springs. Steven, how you doing? How's life going?
Not good, dude. The kids are home from school the rest of the week, basically.
Yeah.
Survived the weekend though with Mason. Survived with the homie. Um, yeah, that's it, man. We're surviving. You know, I had to walk to the gym yesterday because like half the
How's it been
sidewalk.
over there?
Huh?
How's it been? I'm listening.
We got the snow. We woke up on Sunday, probably like 6 inches of snow on the ground, and then from like 10 a.m. on, it was just nothing but ice pellets. And I don't know if I said this last week, but so you've been to my house. There's parking in front of my house, but we have a 2-car garage. I have 2 kids. Obviously, everyone knows that. There's a lot of shit that goes in the garage. So Brooke's car's in there. My wife's car's in there. She has a SUV, and as do I. And my goal for the snowstorm, I had one goal, was to put my car in the garage as well, because I was not about to shovel it out in
Yep.
you know a foot or plus or snow, or we got like the 8 inches of snow and ice, which anyone that's in the DMV, it's not light, it's not fluffy. So I was not about to get my car in there and like have to dig it out. So I put my car in the garage. That's a very big time move.
That's Yep.
Big, huge, dude. Anyone that like can appreciate that, it had to be done. So I did that. But other than that, it's just like kids are in school. They can only do so much when they're home every day. So instead, like, obviously, we don't want them to sit in front of the TV or like be on the iPad the entire time. So we gotta make them do shit. But you can only do so much. So we're surviving though. Would you would you get snow and ice and everything like we did?
So yes, and more yes. I've probably been since Sunday until now everywhere from your area town all the way down to like Manassas. So I've been everywhere in a handbasket, understanding and seeing the snow that's been going on. I even like got on the metro just for the hell of it at one point, just to understand everything. I was like, this year we're taking it all in to understand, are those people that are talking about it all telling the truth or not? There's a lot of ice for anyone that doesn't know what's going on. So exactly what Steven's saying, we have that outside of my apartment complex where you can parallel park on the street. If you have not shoveled your car out, just give up. Like at this point, because that's not just snow anymore. That's ice. I was outside helping last night to get a car out. I promise you, it's not what you want to end up doing. We had to legit use you couldn't use a shovel to get the car out. You have to essentially use, if anyone does gardening and stuff or has to dig dishes, you have to use like those metal shovel panels and like just jam it in to like hit the ice. Then you're breaking it up. Then you're doing it. It's not going to take you 10 minutes. That shit's going to take you probably damn near an hour or so if you're doing it.
Yes. And yeah, if you didn't dig your car out now, like it's gonna be tough, dude. You're gonna be it's gonna be here for a while too. And the other thing is, it's so cold out. It is hovering like high teens, dips into single digits. I think it's supposed to hit like probably. I see what the temperature is right now. So since I parked in the garage, there's a spot in front of my house there's like 2 spots usually in front of my house I usually park in. Since I did not park in my normal spot, no one else parked in my spot. Now that has my name on it, and I have a story about this for my what you got. You got to remind me though.
Okay.
It's about people stealing other people's spots after they dug out their car. So we'll get to that. So no one parked in my spot. So the guy who parked behind me, he shoveled out his car, but he dumped all the snow that he was moving into that spot. So not only is there 6 inches of snow and ice, maybe made it 8 inches in my spot. Now there's another mound of probably like 2.5 feet of snow and ice that he just shoveled onto my spot. So I probably took someone's spot, which I don't care about, but we'll get to that. Right now it's 14 degrees and it feels like 8 outside. So it's cold. It's just like sometimes when we have the snow, there's a couple bright and sunny 35, 40 degree days and it starts to melt a little bit, but ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
So no. So it's funny that you said that because we had that partially at work, but then also just in other areas. it was almost to the point of wherever you could find a spot, you can find it. For anyone, I have a garage as well over here. We have 5 floors, but the 5th floor is outside. I sent the pictures to my brothers, and I was like, when do you think they're about to attack the top floor? And they were like, probably next week. There's no way in hell they're touching the snow right now. Um, Even my street to get into my garage, it took me maybe 10 minutes today because the tow truck towed a car in the garage. But mind you, when they plow and stuff, they're not plowing for the whole thing. They're just giving you enough so one car can get in and out. So the tow truck's big ass is waiting. We're having to just wait to go out the way to let the tow truck go. Mind you, on my street, they only plowed one way because then you have snow piled up on this side of the parallel cars, snow piled up on this side. So I had to be the bigger person, drive past the tow truck, let him go out, 10 cars behind him go out, reverse, then go into my garage. So again, the crazy part is they're talking about there's going to be snow again this weekend.
I saw that. We're supposed to go skiing this weekend.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your boy's not. I'm not doing it though. Are you kidding me?
Why
Are you
not?
kidding me? Hell no, bro. I do not take
I
my
just
feet.
told you I went snowmobiling.
I do not take my feet off the ground. My feet. I like to keep my feet on the soil, on the ground. Like I'm not putting them on skis. I'm not gonna snowboard. I haven't done either one of those things in 15 years, bro. Your boy falls one time, I am out for months. I just can't have that. My kids do lessons. We did it last year. They did lessons. They're gonna do the same thing again. They go up like Little Bunny Hill and the kids hill, whatever. Got some of the boys going, like they're gonna do it. No, I'm just gonna be there and enjoy the scenery and be thankful I'm not gonna fall down a frozen mountain, dude. Yeah, you're like no, it's like no. It's like the reason why I don't want to go on a cruise again. Like I like to be on land. I like to be like my feet on the ground, not on a boat. I'm not a big boat guy. I didn't mind the cruise, but like again, I don't need to go back. I don't need to be in the middle of the ocean on a boat. I don't need that.
That's funny that you said that. If anyone sticks around until April or May, we'll have a a story because your boy might be doing it. I can't tell anybody this yet, but we'll talk about it.
I swear to God, if you go on that cruise line, if you go on it, all bets are off, bro. The stereotype will kick in. But go ahead. What's next?
It's not Carnival, I promise.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
No, so that's the first thing. The next thing I do want to end up getting into is I want to thank everybody. So I told you guys last week that I started a new series. It's on credit cards and stuff. So I did the Chase Reserve, the Sapphire Reserve, and then I also did the Built MasterCard. So then this upcoming week, I'm going to do the Capital. Well, this week, the Capital and Venture X, and then probably also the American Express. It's gotten more views than I expected, so I appreciate that. Also, because of the videos that Steven and I have been putting out and the virality of what Steven's been saying on some of his different stuff, we have increased our subscribers too. So thank you guys for that.
Oh yeah.
The first thing I do want to dive into is the one, the only NBA trade deadline that is right around the corner. And this is something that a lot of people probably do know about. I want to get Steven's point of view, especially because you hear rumors swirling around LeBron, not necessarily him getting traded right now, things swirling around Austin Reeves, Giannis. I do want to start with Giannis. Do you think Giannis is getting traded at the deadline?
I mean, it has to be someone that's like it has to be a Giannis for Giannis, if not better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not, because he's young and he's still in his prime. Like I saw someone today talk about he has one ring. The path there wasn't great. It was the post-COVID ring. And since then it's been like playoff exits and all that stuff. Like it doesn't take away from the fact that he's still one of the like top 5 players in the league, probably when he's at his best, when he's at his peak, if we're talking that kind of thing. So it has to be like you're trading a top 5 player for a top 5 player. Right. Yeah. Like you like AD for Luka. There you go. Like that's the type of trade you're gonna have to make if you're gonna trade Giannis. If you're not like if a team trades like 4 picks and their third best player and like a couple bench guys, like no, it's gonna be Giannis for Giannis type of thing. Top player for top player. But I just don't see it happening right now. Off season, yes. Right now, I don't think so.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, I'll tell you in a second. So what teams would you say you could see Giannis going to?
Oh man, I I don't even know. Um, I would assume it would be nothing but West teams. If I had to guess, like they're not going to keep him in the Eastern Conference. That doesn't make any sense. I would. They're not like I don't know what they could do, but I would love him to end up in Detroit. That would be pretty dope. They'd have to give up a ton to make that happen, though. But like I said, I don't think he's going to the uh, to the East. Um, I mean, you can see with the Warriors. I feel like that's a sneaky team, right? I don't know. I don't know what else makes sense. Like for both sides, like who's willing to give up a, you know, who's willing to give up a borderline top 5 player for Giannis? Like who's willing to do that? Like I just don't see a lot out there. Like the Warriors, though. Like I know Jimmy Butler just tore his ACL, but um,
Did you
you
hear
know,
about that part trade proposal?
with the with what Jimmy Butler?
The
No,
Jimmy Butler and
prior
Jonathan
to tearing
Kuminga.
his ACL.
No, even still now.
I mean, he's 37, dude.
I
I
know.
don't think that's. I don't like. I wouldn't trade for him. But the Bucks are 18-27, and like they're just not.
Hmm.
They're just not good. Ever since they lost Drew
But how
Holiday, they're
is
just not
that?
good because they lost Drew Holiday
Yeah.
because he was like, he was a pivotal point of that team. Like he was a lockdown defender, defensive player of the year type of guy. Could lock down the 1 and the 2, and they got rid of him
Hmm.
for Dame. And like, why? Like,
Yeah, it
like
messed him
why?
up.
Offense wins games, defense wins championships. We've been told that since we were 5. Um, and now they're behind the Hornets and just ahead of the Nets, Wizards, and Pacers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see where you end up in the draft and see how that goes. If you get a lottery pick, which they're 18-27, you got the Jazz, Kings, whatever. But I just don't see anything they could trade for Giannis right now.
Hmm. So my thing is, I don't. Two parts. The Warriors, they were saying it might be Jonathan Kuminga and Jimmy Butler. I don't think that's even close to enough because Giannis is way better than them, even if you throw in a bunch of draft picks. The other one is people were saying damn near the whole bench and don't connect and 3 to 4 draft picks for the Lakers to end up getting Giannis. I don't think he's going there either.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
So
come
these
on.
different things I'm hearing.
Could you imagine?
It's
Could
hurt.
you imagine if Giannis ends up with the Lakers? Like, just think about.
Yeah.
I
David
mean,
Stern will roll over in
you're
his grave.
probably trading like everybody. Yeah, the whole bench. Like, you're not gonna have
Hmm.
anybody, and picks. Whatever picks you got for the next 5 years, you're gonna trade them
Yeah.
for Giannis. Like, that's crazy. That's not happening, but that's wild too.
Yeah. So then a couple of other things uh, that it need to be mentioned. The first one is the Celtics have offered Anthony Simons a first round pick and a first round pick swap to the Clippers for Zubac. Number one, that's crazy because they just said Kristaps Porzingis and they wanted to get rid of him. Zubac, it's wild because I know you remember just as well as I do when Zubac was like damn near Bambi. Like he was just a deer that was just born, couldn't really use his body the correct way. And now you got teams wanting to trade for him.
Yep. Very
So that's the
underrated right
first
now.
thing. Huh?
Very underrated right now.
Yep. Another one is Nikola Vucevic from the Bulls has been reportedly in trade talks for the Celtics. So you can see where this is going. The Celtics are really trying to make some sort of push on that side. Another one is the Toronto Raptors are emerging as a landing spot for DeMontis Sabonis and RJ Barrett potentially being sent to the Kings. So we have a week for this. Another one, of course, is the Bucks are showing big interest in Miles Bridges, but Charlotte doesn't want to get Kyle Kuzma. I wonder why.
Zubac is playing 30 minutes a game, averaging 14 and 10 and 2.5 assists a game and almost a block a game.
Yeah.
Shooting 60%. So, I mean, and last year he averaged 16 and 12. He's played 39 of 40 games. So that's a good, like, if they can get that, that's way better than what you can get for Porzingis or what they got for Porzingis.
Yeah. So a couple other things. Number one is Mikal Bridges. They're saying might be a trade candidate, which is wild because I thought the Knicks were going to have a team this year to be able to compete for the championship. And you're thinking about trading him. You're also thinking about trading Karl Anthony Towns, and they're saying Drew Holiday could be in the mix in one of these trades.
Jeez.
So, final one over here is Dalton Connect reportedly is demanding a trade. I mean, I don't know how he got to this point, but
bro, only in
I
sports
hear what you guys are saying.
Only in sports can you not be anywhere close to the best of the best and earn that and ask for a trade. It's like it's like me asking to be the CEO of my company. It's just a happening. really like wild take, dude. Wild thing to do.
So, that's the main thing over there. LeBron, do you think this is the last year in LA?
No.
You think he's there another year? Well, to retire. I think next year's his last year.
I think he's I think it depends on how this team the season ends. No, I don't think it's his last year.
Next year.
Huh?
I said next year. I think it's his last year.
How
old do you think he's going to play to?
Bro, this man's going to play until I think he cannot play anymore. He keeps saying this is like, this is it, a couple years, and you've heard the reports. Dog, this man is going to be like Tom Brady. He's going to play if he can play till 50, this man's playing till 50. Like, that's
crazy.
Go home. You see what he's doing. It's not like he's lost. I mean, yeah, sure, he's lost a step compared to 10 years ago, but like, it's not much, dude. He's still throwing it down. He's still playing defense. He's not LeBron. Like, he's not that LeBron. He's not MVP 2018 or 2018 LeBron, but he's still putting up numbers, dude. So like, as long as he's healthy, I know he's got the family, but Bronny, who knows what's gonna happen with him? Bryce is gonna be doing his thing, maybe in the G League. I don't know how long he's gonna be in school, whatever. But he's at Arizona. He's chilling.
And they're doing good.
Yeah, they're the number one team in the country. And I don't think he even plays.
Nope.
So this man, I think he'll play until he can't play anymore.
That's insane.
Right.
So the next thing I want to bring up for anyone that's wondering, are we going to give our Super Bowl predictions this week? No, we're not. But what we will do is talk a little bit about the NFL after we bring up the All-Star game. So I want to do All-Star game and then Pro Bowl. All-Star game. Do you care about it? Number one.
The NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shout to Cade Cunningham for making the All-Star team, but like, no, not really anymore, dude.
So did you look at any of what's happening in terms of what are the teams and stuff?
No.
Okay. So
I'm honestly, I'm tuned into the NBA. I know I check the standings, I check the box scores, I watch some highlights, but I'm not. If you ramble off 5 things that are happening, I'm probably aware of like 1 or 2 of them right now.
So I'll give you 5 names from the NBA sophomores, 5 from the rookies, 5 from the G League, and then we can kind of move on after that. So NBA sophomores, Stephon Castle, AJ Mitchell, Cam Spencer, Reed Shepherd, Alex Sarr. Those are 5 from the sophomores, 5 from the rookies. VJ Edgecombe, we should have known that. Zero Fears himself, Jeremiah Fears, which we will talk about in a second. Cooper Flagg, Derek Queen, Con Knipple. I will give you credit for.
Wait.
Nonsense.
Okay. We lost you. We heard the freshman team or the rookie team. What's the G League team?
So G League team, I didn't say any yet because I know that nobody will end up knowing them. Camera messed up, didn't it?
It did.
Oh, there we go. So NBA G League, Sean East.
Sure.
No. Ron Harper Jr.
Yeah. Big Ten guy. With the Rutgers.
Yeah. David Jones. What? That's Dylan Harper.
Who am I thinking of? Oh, that's Dylan Harper.
You're thinking of Dylan Harper.
My fault. Yeah. All right. Keep going.
David Jones Garcia.
Sure.
Yannick
Conan Niederhauser. Penn State guy. Yannick Conan Niederhauser from the Clippers. He was the 32nd pick in the draft. Shout out to Penn State basketball having someone in the All-Star game, bro.
That's not
Shout
him at
out
all.
to Penn State basketball. That's fucking dope. That'll never happen again. Anyway,
Tristan Newton,
sure, of course.
Elijah Martin.
Yep, of course.
There you go. So
Those are
that's
my
all
guesses.
anyone needs to know. If anybody wants to watch it, The Rising Stars will be on February 13th at 9 p.m. on Peacock. Then the other one, which they were basically saying, you guys know about this, the NBA All-Star teams. I don't really have to go over it. I'll do it really quick. For the East NBA All-Stars, it's Jalen Brunson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, starter, Detroit, and Jaylen Brown. On the West side, you have Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Stephen Curry, which rumors are out there that he might end up signing a deal with Nike. I don't know if that's true or not. Nikola Jokic, and then Victor Wembanyama. So all they said is really you're just going to trade one person on both sides. You're just going to take out Steph, put him on the other side. Then you're going to take out Giannis, put him on the other side. And then there you go. You have your two international and then U.S.-based players. Now that we got that out the way, we're going to go to the NBA side of things because himself, I don't know how he did it, but he's in the Pro Bowl. And that's how you know I will never watch the Pro Bowl game again. Not because of Shador, but the amount of quarterbacks it took for him to get in the Pro Bowl. And then I know a lot of people don't know this, so I'll bring it up to you guys. Fun fact, there's only been one Pro Bowl quarterback under Kevin Stefanski. You know who it is?
Before Shador?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's wild. That you would bring, that's wild.
Which is that. Insane. So that's the big thing that I think is crazy. Are you going to watch the Pro Bowl game? What are your thoughts on Shador making it?
Nah, all of it bothers me. Yeah. All of it bothers me. Like, there has to be requirements, you know? Like, that's it. There has to be requirements for it. I mean, anyone's getting in. So, I know I haven't watched it in a decade plus, probably, dude. I haven't watched it in a long time. So, no. And it's flag football, so I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. So, no, you're right about that. The other part that I do want to bring up, and then we'll touch on the Super Bowl for anyone that's curious. NFL head coaches. There's a bunch of different things that I want to bring up. Only going to run through the names because when we started this, nobody expected it to be the amount of coaches that we have now getting hired. And I want your quick thoughts, Steven. So I'll end up pausing for a second. Browns just hired Todd Monken.
Sure. You know, offensive guy, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what are the expectations are low, right? Like, so 100%. 6 wins, 7 wins, see what we can get and see what happens with the quarterback. Maybe he can bring it to life.
Yeah. Next one, Bills hired Joe Brady. They just promoted their OC.
Yeah. He's also a Penn State guy. He was a grad assistant at Penn State. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
I think it'd be good. Like, he'll call plays. You know, I think he's a smart guy. They just gotta get a receiver. Like, they gotta get a consistent receiver. And you know, if it's like not, if again, we said this year after the Bills lost, like if not now, when? Maybe Joe Brady's the answer. Maybe McDermott was holding back. I don't know, but I think it's a good hire. You know, he's a pretty low key guy. I think he'll still be calling plays. So I think it's a good move.
Yeah. I have mixed emotions because the same thing we've always talked about. If not now, then when? So you end up saying, oh, the when is the guy that was behind the guy that couldn't get it done.
Right.
That's really what you're just trusting what's internal. And then now it's like, all right, so who's going to be your OC? Or are you just going to let Joe Brady do that too? And then just promote one of your passing game coordinators or something. The next one that probably hits home for you, the Steelers signed Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. It probably entices. He's a Pittsburgh guy. It's cool. He did well with the Packers. His resume and Tomlin's resume is almost the same. Damn near the same as Harbaugh. So, you know, Pittsburgh fans, I don't think are thrilled with it, but I don't know who Pittsburgh was going to get. Like, I don't know, like, again, like Penn State, I don't know what their realistic expectations were. So, I think it's a good hire. I think McCarthy's the offensive guy. Another guy that's going to call plays. We haven't had an offensive-minded head coach in fucking forever, bro. Ever. Like, I don't think we've ever had one. Honestly, Tomlin, Bill Cowher, and Chuck Noll all built elite defenses. So we're defensive-minded coaches that had elite defenses. So it'd be great to see that. Also, it's probably going to be enticing for Aaron Rodgers to come back for at least another season. Because we all know the familiarity with McCarthy, won Super Bowl with him, yada yada yada, multiple 4 MVPs with him. So I think that's enticing. I also think Steelers are going to be drafting early, late in the first. Um, I've said this before. I said this before the season started. I think the Steelers are going to draft Drew Aller, Penn State's quarterback, in the draft. I think
You
he
think
fits
so?
kind of
Wow.
what McCarthy wants to do. And treat like a pocket guy. So that's my hot take and bold prediction for the NFL draft that we're going to start talking about in a handful of weeks, maybe a month or so.
Yep.
That's going to happen. So I'm happy with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I got, he's one of those guys like you don't hear a lot of bad things about him. Saw his press conference. Seems like a great dude. He was with the Cowboys, like obviously you're gonna get shit on, right? If you don't
Hmm.
win a Super Bowl in Dallas, like you're gonna get shit on. Whereas like nowhere else that probably happen. But yeah, I'm pumped. Let's go Steelers.
Yeah. So next one I really like. The Ravens hired Jesse Minter. I only like this depending on who they hire as that OC. Because if
Mm-hmm.
I really want them to get Cliff Kingsbury. A lot of people are like, why do you
Oof.
want that
Oh,
mix up? Jesse
oh.
Minter to be able to focus on the defense. Then you have Cliff Kingsbury or someone like that to focus on the offense. I promise you that
Mm-hmm.
offense will take light year steps forward. And then also the defense now has someone to focus on. I told a lot of people before the defensive coordinator that they had in Baltimore, he was just promoted up from the position that he had before. A lot of people just thought it was good. It wasn't good for that defense. That defense was definitely some shit. They were not the defense that they used to end up being. So you have someone that just did well, who was just working with Khalil Mack and various different people, Derwin James out there
Yep.
in Chargers in LA. Bring him over here. He already knows the team. So that's a great thing for the defense because now you have Kyle Hamilton that can really rock what's going to happen with the defense. They're talking about the linebackers aren't what they were or what they assumed it to be. So we'll see how that goes. But this is only a really good hire if they pick up a really good offensive coordinator because they talk a lot of the time about these defensive coordinators that become hired as head coaches and they don't pan out to be the best head coaches because you need to pair it with a good offensive minded person. Any thoughts on your rival?
No, I would have said that word for word. That was Minter's gonna be the defensive guy, bringing a good
Yeah.
OC. Maybe get I've tried it, get a legitimate number one wide receiver, someone that can cause some separation. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. Spot on.
Yeah. Next one, Giants, John Harbaugh.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what that really does to the Giants. Like I feel like it makes them better as an organization, but like you still got to go out and do it. I know Jackson Dart, keeps taking the next steps. Scatterboo, look, he's not like going to run for 1,500 yards, right? But like, okay. And then Malik
Mm-hmm.
Neighbors. We got Theo Johnson, good tight end. They got a decent offensive line. Got some guys on the defensive side of the ball. Abdul Carter tried to Penn State again.
Shout out.
So yeah, I mean they have like a very, very, very young team. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, a guy like that could be exactly what that franchise needs to, like a Tom Coughlin type of guy. So I think it's a great hire. I just don't like on the field wise. I just got to see if all those guys kind of mature a little bit and like take the next step. And I think again could be the guy to do it. If so, yeah, that could be a pretty good good thing they got going on there. But on the field wise, I just don't know how quickly it'll translate.
Yeah. I fully agree with that. The next one, Falcons hiring Kevin Stefanski.
I mean, sure, right? Like you have to figure out
Yeah.
quarterback situation. Penix has no knees left. He's done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so who knows what you're gonna get from him. Cousins, I guess. You got arguably the best running back in the league. How long is that gonna last? Right? He's young, but as we've seen,
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts. So a ton of flashes that we've been waiting to see. Drake London, great
Finally.
season.
Yes.
Defense played well at times, but obviously not well enough. So again, another team that's got a good young nucleus. Stefanski, we'll see. Like he didn't do well in Cleveland, but like their quarterback situation, they didn't have nearly the talent that they have on offense, obviously. So maybe they'll give him a little bit of a boost as well. But again, you got to figure out the quarterback situation because who the hell knows what's going to happen with that.
Mm-hmm. So my next one, I
And
fully agree
also
with you.
that division is dog shit. So
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. Big thing is you see Kirk Cousins on CBS and different things like that. Let's see really what's going to end up happening to him over there. Dolphins hiring Jeff Hafley. I don't know
Sure.
who he is, so
Sure. You got to
that's
figure.
how.
Yeah. I mean, you got to figure out what we can do with Tua. Um,
Yeah,
so the Dolphins are heading towards a train wreck right now. Um, yeah, it's the Dolphins. They got to figure out the quarterback situation. Tyreek Hill, I see. What's he? I mean, he's not gonna be anything close to what he was prior to that injury.
hmm
I mean, again, they got pieces. All these teams have pieces. It's just you got to figure it out and put together. And that division isn't going to get any easier. We'll see what the Jets do, but Bills and the Pats are going to be top of that division for a long time. They're just going to beat up on the Dolphins unless something happens with Tua, and they figure that out too, because they're going to owe him $1 billion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing. You signed this big contract, and now what are you going to end up doing with it?
Jeez.
The last one, Titans hiring Robert Saleh, and then also their offensive coordinator they just hired was Brian Daboll. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Daboll's a great offensive coordinator. Tried it as a head coach, obviously didn't work, but I think it's gonna be a lot like what the Ravens are doing. Robert Saleh obviously didn't have a great run in New York. Was a great defense coordinator or a good defense coordinator with the Niners. I think he'll be heavy on that defense, and obviously Dable with Cam Ward, get some pieces in there. Yeah, they can. He's the franchise guy, so they got to surround him with talent, give him some protection. But yeah, I will see that division is not also going to be an easy one. The Jags, I know, fuck the Jags, but they're not going anywhere. It seems like Texans, CJ Stroud's got to fight some demons in this offseason and come back. Colts, they got a ton of young players on that offensive side of the ball. Got to figure out what's going on with Daniel Jones coming off the injury to the torn Achilles. Who else is going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be Riley Leonard? They're going to find someone else. So, I mean, the Titans, again, expectations like the Browns should be probably low, but that's why you got to go out and play the game, right? We'll figure out what they do in the draft. I don't know what Christian's doing. I think he's in the kitchen.
Nope, I'm here.
You say you're in the kitchen? There he is.
I was.
So that unlike the NFC South, the AFC South is actually strong. So expectations for the Titans have to be low, though. Given Robert Saleh's history as a head coach.
Yeah, agreed. So the one thing I wanted to bring up, because I love all that you said, I wanted to go back to Brian Daboll. They said when the Giants had Brian Daboll that Brian Daboll wanted Cam Ward. They were willing to trade this big package, end up getting the first pick in the draft. Titans declined it. So now Brian Daboll gets the quarterback that he wants, and he doesn't have to deal with the things that were in New York. So we could see what he really is going to do with Cam Ward. What are the pieces going to be like? But stay tuned for that. Now we only have 2 openings, and one of them has decent pieces. So I'm really surprised. The Cardinals don't have a head coach right now, but they have Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride. Who really knows who the quarterback is?
Right.
James Conner, but I do not think that he's the future at the running back position. They have a couple of other random running backs, so we'll see what they do there. Then the Raiders, I don't really know what the hell they're doing. The only piece that you have that's guaranteed is Ashton Jeanty. And Brock Bowers. That's the other one. We don't know how long Max Crosby's going to be there. I don't know what that defense is doing either.
And they got the number 1 pick in the draft, which I swear to God, if they draft Fernando Mendoza, I'm going to lose my mind.
That's where they're going. Who else are they going to get? There's nobody else.
I can't do it right now. There are, we'll talk about it once we get close to the draft, but there's a handful of guys that are better at the quarterback position and project better in the NFL than Fernando Mendoza. But I'm not going to throw shade yet. I'll wait till we do this, then I'll throw shade.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that right now. I'll let him have his moment.
Final thing that I wanted to bring up on the NFL side, and then we'll go into the what you gots because we have a good amount to talk about. There's only been 2 quarterbacks in NFL history that went back-to-back seasons with 14+ wins. That's Tom Brady in 2003 and 2004, and Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold did it with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Good for him.
Good for if there's anyone you cannot hate him. This man was on the Jets, the Panthers, the Vikings, Seahawks.
Good for him.
And it's like,
And they
there you
better
go.
they better keep him because he's got a good thing going with JSN. Um,
100%.
Kenneth Walker, I think Charbonnet going down. I didn't think it was going to hurt them because Kenneth Walker can handle that kind of workload, and he was a fucking dog all night. That defense
Yeah.
is playing out of their minds. Um, yeah, they got that's again another good core. Like they're set. Um, so yeah, that's good for him. Good for Sam Darnold, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The last part that I want to bring up, because we have to talk about certain matchups in the Super Bowl. Again, we're not giving our picks this week, but Steven, we have 25 people that are curious to end up hearing what is one or two matchups that a lot of people need to pay attention to in the Super Bowl.
I think the biggest one is going to be Christian Gonzalez against
God
Jackson
damn
Smith and
it.
Jigba.
You damn right.
I think that's the
Yes.
only one that matters
Yes.
because, yes, Kenneth Walker can get going and they have Cooper Cup. I get it, but like that dude's a problem, and they're gonna try and feed him,
100%.
and it's gonna be. I think that's gonna be one of like Cooper Cup has been there, done that, and had a phenomenal Super Bowl and did well with the Rams. But I think in order for the Seahawks to I don't say in order for them to win the game, but pretty damn close. I think they got to. I think Smith and Jigba has to have a big game, so I think that'll be probably the biggest one for sure. That's
100%.
probably the most important one.
Yeah, and Gonzalez is up for it.
Yeah.
That's one thing, you know damn well he's ready for that. The only thing is, and a lot of people, we've talked about this before, that play that everyone knows about when essentially they put JSN in motion, that moved him to the backfield, then he ended up going out, and people are like, why didn't you have someone on him? That's not how the defense works.
Right.
You legit had two people going right, and then you end up having him going left. It doesn't matter if you're in a man or a zone because you have to almost assume. So the guy's thinking all three of them are going to go right, and he goes out left. If you end up looking, the Rams did a very similar play with Kyron Williams. They had him in the backfield, and he ended up pulling out left. And that's just how it goes. So now it almost has to be the same way back in the day. It was Revis Island. Christian Gonzalez just has to go with him wherever he goes. Like it's just like in basketball, box one. You're staying on your guy the whole time. Ignore everything else that happens. He's going to get tired by the end of it, but we'll see what ends up happening. So that's the matchup. I agree with the other one. I will say, and they traded for him for this reason. Rashid Shaheed. I feel that Rashid Shaheed is very similar to Devin Hester. I could see, not in the sense of he's as good as him, but what Devin Hester did in the Super Bowl when it was the Bears and Colts, I can see Rashid Shaheed pulling something like that off. You never know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be the first play of the game because like Devin Hester was a real G for that one. But I could definitely see Rashid Shaheed at a random moment just either taking it to the house or taking it to the opposite side of the field, and then you're just switching over control of the game just at that point. So those are the two I would say. I have two what you gots. This isn't a what you got. I'm just bringing this up for Steven. We're going to talk about Jeff when it's my turn.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I want to go with your what you got because you were talking about people stealing.
Yeah. So one thing we didn't talk about was Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame.
I was waiting for you. Yeah.
I guess you can't argue it. I guess you can. Like he should be in the Hall of Fame. Like him, like he should be in the Hall of Fame. There's, I get it. The Deflategate, Spygate, Bountygate, Headgate, Lionsgate,
Yeah.
Watergate, all the gates. He's pretty tied to all of them. Seems like. My question is, and I don't think it's going to happen. My question is though, does this do anything to Brady next year when he goes in for the first time?
People were saying
no
no.
one's
They were
mentioned that.
like,
I highly doubt. I mean, Brady's resume is
insane.
if there's ever a person that's going to be like a no brainer, like just do the votes now. Like it's Tom Brady. Resume is flawless.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl after Belichick, won an MVP after him. So, I don't think it does anything because I think Tom Brady was like the poster boy of the NFL for fucking 20 years. And I think everyone hated Belichick for a good majority of things. But I just don't see how you can leave Brady out first ballot. Even though he's as tied to all the gates as Belichick is, right? Like he was there.
They were hand to hand.
Yeah. So what does that do for Brady? I haven't seen anybody mention that, by the way. So there's that. Yeah, taking people's spots. is big drama. So our neighborhood is like a Desperate Housewives style neighborhood. Everyone bitches about everything all the time,
Yeah.
especially now with the snow removal, how delayed it is, or lack of all that shit, dude. Like I don't have time. I don't like it's entertaining to say the least. You've been in my neighborhood, you've been around it, like you know what it looks like, what it feels like. It is that type of neighborhood. So we have like a Facebook page, and people obviously, just like every community, has one of these Facebook pages. Everyone writes and shit in there and whatever. Someone had shoveled out their parking spot on the street, and then someone else came and swiped it, and the person wrote on the car, I spent 3 hours shoveling all this stuff, like what I forget what the note said. Actually, I think I have it, because obviously it flew around our friends group chat and everything.
Oh my God.
I can't read the second part of it, but it says, over 3 hours of shoveling went into this space you took. You're welcome. Next time, bring a shovel. I can't read the other sign, but that person's obviously pissed. Here's the thing, dude. Yeah. This is like, there's no assigned spots. So by rule, by like just basic humanity 101, dude, if you move, I don't give a shit. I'm taking your spot, dude.
Fair game. I ain't doing the work. Game.
It's not savage. It's not like, no, I don't care if you spent 6 hours. I don't care if you spent 4 days cleaning out that spot. I don't care. That spot's open. Your name's not on it. There's nothing in our HOA guidelines. There's nothing assigned to you. You don't have a tag or anything. Nothing, bro. If you move your seat, fine, dude. I'm taking it. There are my neighbors, a couple houses down, put out lawn chairs in front of their one car where the other car was parked that left. So they dug out the car. It left. They put a lawn chair there so no one would take that spot.
Fuck the lawn chair.
That's what's going on here. So, but I'm yeah. If you leave your spot, you snooze, you lose, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you do? Put a sign on my car? I'm gonna take that shit piece of paper off, crumple that shit up, and throw it right in the trash.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm gonna take it off my car and just fucking throw it right at your door.
Yeah, exactly what I'm gonna do.
Come find me, dude. Come find me.
So
anyway, what's going on with Jeff? I'm dying to know.
Your boy Jeff. Listen,
former football player himself.
It's funny that you brought that up because you know exactly where I'm gonna go. So I was in the kitchen. I didn't see Jeff yesterday. I heard his voice though. Was in the kitchen and he was like, "There he goes. I've been meaning to talk to you." I was like, "What's up, Jeff?" And he said, "Did you watch the game?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was talking about the Broncos Patriots game. He said, "If you look at the first quarter all the way to the fourth, like it was a beautiful day. And then it started snowing. You know what? I used to play in that type of weather. So I love that, Christian.
My man.
Like that's the type of weather I love to play in.
My man hates
And then the thing is,
hates stones, dude.
So he grew up outside of Cleveland and he was talking about how, man, it's really tough on the quarterbacks. I definitely understand because I used to have to deal with that. Yes. And now back in the day when I played, it was a running game. It was all you wanted to do was run.
Triple option, bro. My man Jeff's running the triple option like Navy. Hell yeah.
And now all they want to do is pass. And this is not what you should be doing in the snow. Oh. And then that's why you saw what happened to my boy Stiddy. Like Stiddy was having problems. And then
nicknames Stiddy, bro. Yes.
Hold on, time out. I have never heard anyone say Stiddy.
Dead ass, dude. Dead ass.
So Stiddy almost took him to the Super Bowl.
Almost.
And I said, yeah, I mean, he just made one of those plays that were just a bonehead play. And then he said, but I can't hate on my team, the Rams. Like, they did really good, but I'm probably going to go with the Seahawks in this one. I said, really, Jeff? He said, yeah, like they just have, they got my guy, JSN, where he went to school at, Ohio State. So I got to go with them. But I do have Trevion Henderson on the other side. So it's tough. I got 2 Ohio State players. And I'm thinking, bro, Jeff, half the league got Ohio State players. Like, where are we going? You want to just choose every single team. So that was the first thing I wanted to bring up because, every single week it's something about Jeff that we always got to talk about. Jeff did not bring his nice crossover SUV this time. Jeff brought the regular car. He said he had to have his son dig it out, but he was going to bring that. He only lasted 20 minutes outside.
Jeff didn't dig out himself?
Nah. Jeff said he had the nice Lexus.
Bro,
Jeff
that's
was
a
like, I got the
problem.
nice Lexus. I drove that. I told my son he got to dig this car out
No,
if you want to go
sir.
anywhere.
No, sir.
So that was that side. The thing that people are probably wondering, so I turned my camera off twice because I had to run to the kitchen. So for the past 2 days, I've been making bread. I had like it growing and everything and everything overnight. So I had it in the oven. So I had to take it out, take it off the top, and then put it back in the oven. So it's done. So now I got my own bread. But that's all we got for today. I'll explain next time how it all went. But until next time, we out.